And to what extent do you think, based on your assertion of a Christian genocide in that area, what do you think some of the moves that are being done right now would do to stem that happening, or to stop the killings of your people?
Well, I might not be able to say exactly what was discussed in the meetings in the government house in Benue, or what was discussed during the closed-door meetings with the bishops, because the National Assembly caucus was not invited by the state government to participate in these meetings. Don't forget that as an assembly, we have what we call parliamentary friendship groups, where we engage with our counterparts in America and UK and other parliaments across the world. And I'm a member of many of these parliamentary friendship groups. I have been to Washington, D.C. to meet with our colleagues in Congress in America. So we expected that if a congressional delegation is coming to Benue on a fact-finding mission, then members of the National Assembly should have been invited to engage directly with them. But however it is, we have our channels where we also engage with members of Congress in America and other countries around the world. And don't forget that 2 years into the first year into my tenure in the National Assembly, I sponsored a documentary on the IDPs and the insecurity situation in Benue State. This documentary got international attention, and it is one of the tools that has really showcased the killings, the displacements, and the genocidal attacks going on in Benue State. And so we are hoping that as part of the discussions with the American delegation, one of the things that will be put in place is a mechanism through which we can raise funds and we can come up with programs and initiatives to resettle the over 600,000 IDPs that are currently in Benue State, one of the highest in Nigeria. And this was also confirmed by the representative Riley Moore, who was also part of that delegation, that what he saw physically, and this is what we have been crying about for many years now. Benue State has become the IDP capital of Nigeria, which is really, really unfortunate. And we're hoping that these discussions that have taken place at the state level with the government and with the bishops would have put in place a mechanism through which we can resettle IDPs and get them into productive activities for the benefit of our dear state of Benue State.
Rastafari, 5 years and we still a bonfire. Yes, all the vibes, see it. Jagai, 5 years strong, we now gone down. Eastern Security Network, keep the devil out of town. From street to village, from bush to town, Biafran youth rise, we wear the crown. 5 years strong, Babylon can't stop with gunshot a bus, but the people still free. ESN, we salute TUNU, Jaja bless TUNU, 5 years and counting forward ever. Sing! December 2020, the lion awake. When them try bury, we rise and shake. Nnamdi Kanu voice echo to the forest. Say protect your land, no more sorrow, no more stress. So the brave ones step up with heart and machete from the Eastern Security Network. Ready for the battle already. No be army, no be police, no people power. Running the farmland from midnight to morning hour. 5 years strong, we now back down. Eastern Security Network, keep the devil out of town. From Imo to Abia, Anambra to Ebony, the spirit of Biafra still shine brightly. Yeah, them send soldier, them send tank and gun, but TSN goes through the bush. Them still a run, them burn market, them burn house. Them try terrorize, but every time them come, another lion rise. 5 years of tears, 5 years of blood, 5 years we still plant seed in the red mud. Mama pray, Papa pray, picking them a sing. ESN protect, we let freedom ring. Tell them again, we no one war, we just want peace. But if you touch one, you happy touch the whole East. 5 years them try, 5 years them fail. The more them fight, with the more we prevail. Jano, 5 years strong, we now back down. Eastern Security Network, if the devil lay out of town. From Enugu to Delta, river join the sun. Biafra live forever, nothing can go wrong. 5 years strong, the fire still blaze. TSN warriors, TUNU get raised. Jaja know the truth, Jaja see the fight. Victory for the people, morning, noon and night. Yes, sir! 5 years, hold the line. 5 years, people power. 5 years, Biafra shall rise. Rastafari live. One love, one heart, one destiny. Forward ever, backward never. Yes, sir. 5 years anniversary. Bless up.
And there is a person on this mission, Republican Congressman Riley Moore, who just led a congressional delegation, not over Zoom, but by armored vehicle. You went into this country at a time when they are taking Christians, and you went to these camps of internally displaced people. First of all, welcome to The Focus. Tell me what the people told you.
Well, Harris, it was really shocking. The stories that we heard, the imagery, it was, I've never witnessed anything like that personally in my life. I met one woman, and I see you're showing some of the pictures, who had lost her entire family. 5 of her children were murdered right in front of her, and she was pregnant at the time and was able to escape. She had that child at an internally displaced camp. And I mean, you could just see that her soul had literally left her body. And there are countless stories like this. Another woman was attacked. Her family was attacked. She lost her husband, her 2 daughters, and they murdered her unborn child. These Islamic terrorists murdered her unborn child and took it right out of her.
You know, I don't know.
It's beyond words.
I don't know if my team has it, but we do have a picture of one of those women with her baby in her lap, and you're standing with her. So I'll ask my team to kind of shuttle through these pictures so that we can show even more. Look, Congressman Moore, the president right now is waiting to hear from you. You are preparing a report. Let's talk about the news. There she is. So beautiful. I mean, I can only imagine what it was like to have to leave that camp knowing that your mission ahead is for them.
No, absolutely, Harris. And this mission was part of our report. This was a fact-finding mission. There were 5 members of Congress in total that went there. We went to Benue State, which is one of the most dangerous states in the country of Nigeria. This is where all the Christians, a majority of them, are being murdered for their faith in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But I felt that we had to go there, so we went in armored vehicles with security and went there and visited with these people, visited with these Christians, Christian associations, Bishop Anagbe, the Catholic Church, Protestant leaders as well, and got ground truth that we're going to go report back to the president, and we're going to make recommendations in the report that he has asked us to do. He's asked myself and Chairman Tom Cole to give him a report and report back to him, and we're going to do that by the end of this month.
Are people afraid there? I mean, how many people are in these protection camps?
Well, in protection camps, probably really not the right word, Harris. They're in IDP camps, but the Fulani, these Islamic radicals, are attacking the IDP camps. They're attacking them in the camps. And for those who say this is about climate change and land and things like that and economically driven, why would you burn down a church? Why would you attack an IDP camp? Screaming Allah Akbar. I think that it's very clear what the answer is there, right? They're trying to erase the Christians in Benue State and around Nigeria from their ancestral homeland.
Yeah, and some kind of bizarre caliphate, I would imagine, is part of the plan too. Look, Congressman Moore, I want to bring you back once that lands on the president's desk and you've delivered that report. Thank you so very much for being here first. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, Harrison. Thank you for all your coverage on this. God bless you.
Eastern Security Network. The Eastern Security Network, also known as ESN, is the paramilitary wing of the indigenous people of Biafra, a secessionist movement whose aim is to break away from Nigeria and see the emergence of the independent state of Biafra. According to MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, the creation of the Eastern Security Network was born out of the necessity to safeguard lives and properties of indigenous people in the southeastern part of the country, who were being attacked frequently by Fulani herdsmen, a group that has been designated by the United States of America as the fourth deadliest terrorist group in the world, after calls by members of the indigenous people of Biafra on the governors of the southeastern states to provide a regional security outfit to tackle the menace of Fulani herdsmen in the region fell into deaf ears. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu came up with the Eastern Security Network. The ESN's stated goal is to combat Fulani raiders in the areas of the former eastern region of Nigeria. The ESN was founded by MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, on the 12th of December 2020 and commenced operations almost immediately following his proclamation of its creation in a broadcast. The IPOB hierarchy have long stated they have no intention of going armed.
If push comes to shove, will you go to war?
No, because truth is a far more potent and deadlier weapon than bullets and mortars.
So no war. You've ruled out the...
Absolutely no.
But many of the movement's followers have long disagreed with that position, believing that the frequent crackdown on the group by the Nigerian army and police justifies them taking up arms to defend themselves. This was especially after the clampdown during the Operation Python Dance, when an attack on the home of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu in Aforokwu Ibiku resulted in dozens of the group's members' death and the disappearance of the MAZI Nnamdi Kanu himself, whom many feared had been killed by the army. Formation. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, announced the formation of the ESN on the 12th of December, 2020. With the aim of protecting the indigenous population of Nigeria's southeast region against Fulani herdsmen and Fulani militias. The Fulani herdsmen lately have been on the news for invading of people's farmlands, fighting with and killing of the owners of the farm, and even kidnapping of people in their farmlands. There are several reports of the Fulani herdsmen clashing with farmers in different regions of the country. Nigerians have been calling on the federal government to take practical steps to forestall these happenings, but nothing has been done.
When you have a situation where your own tribe is being accused of something, now you must be able to look into it and make it transparently clear that that accusation is unfounded, or if it's founded, you deal with it. There have been herdsmen, farmers. Now, herdsmen are mainly Fulanis. Nothing has been done. Rather than doing something about it, what we are having is, okay, we will create colonies, cattle colony. Where will you create colony in Nigeria? Is it in my own part of the country that you will now make a colony? Who will give you land to make colony within the
The Inspector General of Police and the President of the Nigeria have once said that the rampaging herdsmen are not Nigerian but foreigners who cross into the country through the wide land borders. in the northern part of the country. Some Nigerians believe the federal government is aiding the Fulani herdsmen either directly or indirectly by keeping silent over the continuous attacks carried out by the herdsmen.
Yesterday, in London, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria and the President of Nigeria said that these killings were as a result of the people who were trained by the late Muammar Gaddafi. And so, implying that these people who are doing these killings in Nigeria are invaders from outside of Nigeria. And if he says that they are invaders from outside of Nigeria, what it means is that it now validates my last point on this floor. When a commander-in-chief says that he cannot take care of invaders invading Nigeria, why is he still a commander-in-chief?
On the 15th of February, 2020, Governor of Delta State decried renewed attacks by herdsmen who were accompanied by unidentified armed military personnel while they attacked some communities in Delta State in what has become a regular routine, killing over 8 persons and injuring many others. These were some of the reasons pointed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on why it has become necessary for him to float the regional security outfit, ESN. However, the Nigerian government saw the establishment of ESN as a threat to Nigeria's sovereignty and promised to crush the group. The Eastern Security Network issued a 20. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, gave the governors of southeast Nigeria 14 days to ban open grazing.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you via Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Chinedu from Olo province of Biafra land. And we are here live and direct. And remember that today is the 12th day of the 12th month being December 2025, and today is Friday. Therefore, as you may also know, I will hand over the microphone to MAZI CHINASA NWORU'S, who is our GOC and a member of the DOS. But remember, today there will be no calling because there are many things to expose and talk about. Therefore, I hand over the microphone to MAZI CHINASA NWORU'S. Please, over to you. Can you hear me, MAZI? Can you hear me?
I can hear you very clearly. I hope I'm coming out clearly.
You are coming out crystal clear. Go on, please.
Thank you. Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom, my name is Mazi Chinasa Nworu'S. Mazi Chinasa Nworu'S serve those people of Biafra. As it very static, are you hearing me?
Go on, go on, go on. Don't worry. Go on, go on.
Fellow Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom, my name is Mazi Chinasa Nworu'S. Mazi Chinasa Nworu'S serve the indigenous people of Biafra as a member of the Directorate of State. I come from Obingwa. Obingwa is in Aba province. And today, I welcome every one of you on this special broadcast on the 5th anniversary of the Eastern Security Network that was formed on 12th December 2020 because of the menace of the Fulani jihadists and terrorists that invaded the Biafran territory. Biafrans, today there is a need to tell our people the reason why the Eastern Security Network was formed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not just wake up overnight and form the Eastern Security Network. Our people were being killed, our people were being raped, our women, farmland destroyed, communities were ravaged by the Fulani herdsmen with sophisticated weapons. We know before then, or before the Eastern Security Network was formed, we are aware of the activities of the Fulani herdsmen in the Middle Belt. But little did our people know that the Fulani herdsmen have already invaded many communities from the northern rank of Biafra land like Ebonyi, Enugu. By 2018 and early 2019, early 2019, we started to get reports from many communities in Ebonyi State bordering Cross River, bordering Benue, communities bordering Kogi State, Enugu, with Benue. Most of our IPOB members who are indigenes of those communities reach out to the IPOB leadership in those years in 2018-19. When they reach out to IPOB leadership, the former IPOB Biafra land coordinator, who is now late, Mazi Ikechukwu Gwoha, may his soul rest in peace, he brought up this subject. We sent them on a fact-finding mission in Ebonyi State. They went into the communities. Some of the traditional rulers have run away from their communities. Not mentioning the name of the communities is for security reasons, because we know how this government work. We know how the people in those communities, but we have already mentioned them before. Most of those communities have been chased away from their communities. The king of that community, I have the record. If I go back to my records in the archives, he died outside his community because the Fulani herdsmen chased them away. At that particular point, while the Nigerian military were killing IPOB members in the street, Fulani herdsmen were also killing our people, chasing them away from their ancestral homes. Then IPOB started to mobilize. When this report gets to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on that time, it was deliberated, evidence were shown, communities were ransacked, and the government was not doing anything about it. On 15th of May, 2020, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wrote to the governors of the Southeast and South-South states, and also to the State House of Assemblies. This letter was on 15th of May, 2020. He informed the governors that the Fulani herdsmen are invading our territories, that they are killing, and they are ransacking the villages, destroying farm crops. And at the backdrop of this moment, that was during the COVID pandemic. You know, there was a lockdown in force. He communicated to them, extending a hand of fellowship to these governors and to the House of Members. He's asking them to live up to their constitutional duties and responsibilities. He asked them to initiate laws and policies that will impact positively on our people and protect them, their farms and their life and properties against these marauding Fulani herdsmen. He informed them during that period that what is happening, that the Fulani attacks are well-planned attacks by the Fulani supremacists against our people. He also asked the governors to collaborate the enormous task of keeping our communities safe. He also asked the state legislators to, in collaboration with the governors, as a matter of urgency, pass a legislation that will protect our people, ban open grazing, because of the way the Fulanis were invading Biafra land. The records are there. We have the record. At this particular point, he also led them to understand that their intervention is very paramount because they are the only one having that constitutional mandate to initiate these policies. Why I'm saying this thing is for our people to understand what leads to the formation of Eastern Security Network. There was a reason. When he wrote this letter for them, the only thing the Southeastern governors did was just a lip service. They came out and said, we ban open grazing. Some of them say they ban open grazing. People like Willie Obiano said, if you are killed, if it happens that a Fulani kills you, we will pay your family 500,000 naira. That was what Willie Obiano enacted as one of the policies to prevent the marauding Fulani herdsmen. So the life of each Biafran killed by the Fulani herdsmen worth 500,000 naira. In a Ebonyi state, the Fulanis, the encroachment, because what we realize is in any community that we're having some disputes, communal clashes, people will bring in the Fulani herdsmen in those particular territories and use them, the land dispute, as a cover-up to unleash mayhem on our people. What I'm saying here, the records are there because I do see people who come out and start talking that Fulani never disturb us. These are people living in denial. When they are appointed to serve in the government, they lie and lie and lie from their teeth. Because of this reason, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu waited from May 15th till the ending of the 2020, then he has to inform the leadership of IPOB the need to protect our people. IPOB were having volunteers who organized protests, organized all kinds of things, and the request was made open that IPOB volunteers who are ready to defend the Biafra land should make themselves available to join the Eastern Security Network, because we found that the Nigerian government were sponsoring the Fulani herdsmen, like we heard how it is happening now. We realized also the governors were complicit. They were only interested in their political powers, in their political seats. They are not ready to defend the people. Because of this, preparation was put in place, and that gave birth to the Eastern Security Network on 12 December 2020. The moment the Eastern Security Network was launched, they moved into action to curtail the marauding Fulani herdsmen. The battle has not been easy for these men, even though they are under-equipped, underfunded. These are men who have dedicated their lives to protect Biafra land. Because of them, many of you can sleep in the night. Because of them, the rising food cost we witnessed a couple of years back with the agricultural revolution of IPOB, I think things have changed for better, though many of you will not want to recognize the relentless effort of these men. These volunteers who continue to fight the men in all parts of Biafra land, wherever they are called, wherever some communities allow them to operate, because most times, if where Fulani herdsmen are disturbing, if they don't invite Eastern Security voluntarily, Eastern Security will not be there. They won't go there. There are reasons for that. Today, 5 years after 6 months of the formation of Eastern Security Network, because it was formed on 12th December, by June, exactly 6 months, 6 months and 7 days, the leader of this great movement was kidnapped in Kenya and renditioned to Nigeria. After 6 months, 7 days. After these 6 months, 7 days, this leadership of indigenous people of Biafra, the Directorate of State, have fought tooth and nail to keep this movement alive and kept these men going. Because the moment Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned, the Nigerian government put in place machineries to make sure the Eastern Security Network and IPOB is dislodged. They put up those machineries to dislodge IPOB and Eastern Security Network. Many people came with different advice how to hand over Eastern Security Network to them. Fund was seized. Men were asked to go home, take their bags and walk home. Blackmails, allegations upon allegation. But I thank Chuko Kikadiama today that these are men, those men leading Eastern Security Network, They are highly disciplined Biafran youths. They deserve an applause, an accolade. They deserve every respect that you can give to a patriotic person. They live in the bushes. Many of them, their families have abandoned them. Their wives left them. Some of them, their children, because of they cannot be able to support their family because of the job they are doing. With the current situation of Nigeria, people took away their wives. Some lost their children. On that, the leadership of IPOB can only do to control most of these things. The one money can solve, we'll try our best to do it, irrespective of that we lack funds. We have to thank Chukwuka Abiyama to keeping this struggle alive. Because the moment Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned, people come from all corners. We never knew people were so much interested about Eastern Security Network. The vultures and the hyenas gathered to benefit from Eastern Security Network. They defrauded people with the name of Eastern Security Network. They committed crimes in the name of Eastern Security Network. They threatened people in the name of Eastern Security Network. They unleashed terrors on communities in the name of Eastern Security Network. Kidnap, harvest organs in the name of Eastern Security Network, just to tarnish the image of this global movement. Some people also who are insiders in this great movement joined the criminals because they wanted a monetary benefit. They were not meant to be part of this great movement. While crimes were going on, the Nigerian government was unleashing media campaign on this global movement. And I thank the IPOB media. I thank all the sympathizers of IPOB and ESN who fought the Nigerian media to stand still. From the day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned, orders start coming from every corner. Everybody gives order. Confusion up and down. While the storm is raging, few individuals were able to stand and face this storm. While our men were in the bushes waging the Fulani herdsmen, they were also being attacked by the Nigerian military. These men were being adopted when they come to visit their families once in a while. Our people, our own people, sold them to the Nigerian government. When some of them comes out from the bushes to see their family once in a while, some of them comes out, you find that they are being adopted. How? Because somebody is around who informs the government that this guy just stepped in. We have many of our Eastern security operatives who came into their family homes just in the night. In less than 3, 4 hours, 5 hours, in the midnight, the Nigerian military will storm their homes, adopt them. How did it happen? That means somebody is somewhere snitching on them. Saboteurs are somewhere pointing at them. Those you thought they are part of you, they are around you snitching on you because of peanuts, because of what they will benefit, because of their greed, jealousy, evil mind. Because they are not you and they can never be you. The world is so much. The Biafran project have many things people can offer. It's a wide, wide range that you can. If you want to do something for the Biafra restoration, you can. You can. It's not riding at the back of those who are sweating, spending their hard-earned money, convincing people to keep hope alive. You ride on their backs. The Eastern Security Network, men living in the bushes, they will defeat, they will go to chase Fulani herdsmen away from communities. People will run with the picture or with the news to go and collect money from politicians, from businessmen. Don't you know we are the one who is chasing, we are the Eastern Security Network, we are the one chasing the Fulani. They will go to communities and ask them, do you want us to bring Eastern Security Network? Who on earth does not know the leadership of IPOB? Who on earth? Who on earth does not know there is whom they call the Directorate of State? IPOB could be able to survive today. That's to show you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of this great movement. But there were other leaders who were championing different departments, different sectors in this movement. That is why this movement was difficult to collapse when they rendition Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because if it was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that was in possession of everything in this struggle, the media, the Eastern Security Network, the administrative, the legal, IPOB will collapse. And that was the mindset many of you were having. That was the mindset. It's not that you don't want to know. It's just that you have a crooked mind. You are dubious. You are jealous. Why should it be Chinasa Nworu? Why should it be Chike Doziem? Why should it be this person? You can only back from behind, but you can't do what they are doing. You can only, for you to shine, you will shine from what they have achieved. Because for you, you have nothing to offer than to gossip, steal from IPOB, blackmail people in IPOB because you are looking for your own personal interest. You have nothing to offer. The Eastern Security Network been fighting the Fulani herdsmen. They've done a very great job. Nobody will not agree with me. We have not achieved what we want because we want to have a region that is self-sufficient through agriculture. But at least the scope or the improvement we have seen in farming in the last 2 years is what's encouraging. Don't mind the people on the Bitcoin thieves that suddenly from Bitcoin they have now transcended to agriculture. What they have not even done anything. They want to feed on the back. While men are in the bush, they are outside trying to blackmail the great movement. I heard one of the Soludo's boys was on a platform ranting nonsense. If not ESN, he disagree. If not ESN, he don't believe it, how South is. Look at what is happening in Benue. You think it is far from you. The United States fact-finding mission went there and told you. You believe that almost over 600,000 people are in the IDP camps. A neighboring state to our own territory. On this particular platform, I have said it that there is over 2 million Benueans displaced. Many of them are not in IDP camps. Many of them have migrated down south, some migrated down west, looking for those who has money, they look for a place to keep their families. Some of them left their families in the IDP camp. They are in the east and the west, trying to work, get money, and support their families in IDP camps. During farming seasons, if you see the farming work, many of people are the laborers for the farming. You find out they are from Benue, from Plateau. When you ask some of them, they said, my family is in the IDP camp. I am here. I want to work and send them money, or to raise enough money to try to see if I can find a home and they move them from IDP camps. Many people in the IDP camps are women and children. The men are not there. That means over 2 million people are displaced in Benue, only Benue. If IPOB did not, the person saying this thing, IPOB were crossing. When the Fulani were coming heavily from Benue State, the ESN was curtailing them across. Because you don't care. Go to those communities. Go and do your fact finding, what ESN was doing. Go to Ebonyi State. They will tell you stories. Go to Enugu. Even Amnesty International recognized that many of their witnesses, they asked for Fulani herdsmen, they told them, if not Eastern Security Network, that they would not be living where they are living. These are international report, international bodies, just that they sent you to be. We the Igbo man, some of these people, for now, Soludo is paying him, employed him, so he can go there and talk anything he likes. There is nothing like that. They don't say there is nothing, it cannot happen. Sometimes at a point, the Eastern Security, the operative will say, let us allow Fulani to launch good attack in Biafra land. Out of anger, because when people get frustrated, what our people are, the way most of our people are reasoning, the way most of our people are talking, sometimes they say, let us leave these people. There is no need. Let us leave these people to launch attack on our people. Maybe our people will learn. I know people like that kind of individual, he will look the other way. He will look the other way. He will tell you you are provoking the Fulanis. That is what he will tell you. IPOB are keeping records of Fulani attacks in our place. Other bodies, Inter-Society released how many settlements of Fulani herdsmen in our place. Some of you don't read it. You don't care to read it. Why is Nigeria shocked today? Because when they were about the Inter-Society report, because every day it has become normal for people, Fulani to kill here, they kill here. Some of you don't care again. It's become, oh, Fulani have killed them. Fulani herdsmen have killed them. For you, it is normal. But there were people taking their time, recording all these attacks. Recording all these attacks from 2009. Every day, publications. Any day they kill people. It's a great job. They will record it either through newspaper publications, through testimonies, through people they send to go and interview the people. All these things, there were people keeping the record. That is why today, when they presented it, some of you, because I know that guy that was speaking for Soludo, I am sure he was still in secondary school. Because if you look at him, you will see he's just a young man who coming to talk, to impress Soludo or impress whoever he wants to. If you look at him, you will know he was in secondary school maybe last 10 years. A decade ago, he don't know what is happening. A decade, I bet him he was in secondary school. I'm sure he has not even pass out from secondary school. When these things were happening, maybe he have graduated from the university. If you ask him, the little things he read from social media, he found he have got an impetus to come and sit and talk about the first man with no accurate record. Ojuzo Kanu was so easy to tell you that Nnamdi Kanu, because of Nnamdi Kanu, 30,000 people. But he cannot give us a record of the number of people that have been killed in Biafra land because of Fulani herdsmen. He cannot give us the number of people he killed during when he was governor, when he formed Bakassi. Ojuzo Kanu could not tell us. While there are reports of people who have died during these 4 years, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition. He didn't get close to that record. That is the kind of people we have in our vicinity. That's the kind of people we have in our own land. And that is why, if not this leadership, if not the proactive nature of this leadership, most of you talking this, you will see people attacking you on the streets. And tomorrow you will say, oh, IPOB is hostile. Because what you spit out from your mouth is abomination. It is against the dead, those who have died in terms of this terrorist group. Just like Kuka, who said there is no genocide in Nigeria, no Christian genocide. This is a man who went to United States State Department during the Buhari administration and gave a testimony about a Christian genocide. Just that Tinubu gave him vice chancellor of, I think, Kaduna State University. Suddenly, there is no more Christian genocide. Look at a priest. He's a governor of Benue State. A priest. He denied there is no Christian genocide. While in his state, over 600,000 people are killed. That is what some of you want. Because that is what some of you will also say. That is what some of the governors will say also. If it happened in Biafra land, you always have an excuse. And if IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have waited, after writing to the governors, to collaborate with IPOB to curtail the Marudin Fulani herdsmen, they kept deaf ear. Reluctantly, some of them came on air and said we ban open grazing. And they don't mean it. That was just to pacify. Obiano went ahead to say I will pay 500,000 naira for anybody Fulani herdsmen killed. Ask them, have they been paying it? Have they been paying? Are there no people? Why you see IPOB have decided not to cry so much on Fulani? Because we know we are better than them to defend. We know we can match them on. And they know this. So when they come and kill one person in a community and we manage to come in where they are, we pay them back in their own coin. We pay them back in their own coin. Because there is no need to come out on the social media and start crying. Oh, they have killed somebody here. No, why should we cry that they have killed somebody here when we know we can match them on? Because action speaks louder than words. And that is what Eastern Security Network has been doing. Therefore, the Eastern Security Network will continue to operate in Biafra land because we have nobody to protect our people. The governors cannot protect us. Instead, they are ready to bring in Nigerian Boko Haram military to subjugate us, to hold us down. They are ready. Most police checkpoints, if these people really love, most of the police checkpoints, don't you know the governors are aware in their states? Multiple roadblocks Don't you know they are aware? Don't you know that some of them even sign out some roads? Don't you know people have contracts on those roads, how much money they can get from our people? For how many years are we talking about these things? Do they care? No, they don't care. Because some of them can afford to carry 30 security personnel. Some of them can afford to carry 50 security personnel. How many can you carry? How many? You who cannot be able to rent the security personnel and pay them, you are in the mercy of their hand. When nobody to pay them, they come, they kidnap you. The Fulani herdsmen are there, they kidnap you. The organ harvesters are there, they kidnap you. The criminals are there, they kidnap you. And many of you have not. In these 4 years, 4.5 years, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition. No, none of you have supported, apart from IPOB members. And I'm saying it on air. It is IPOB members worldwide have been able to keep this struggle alive. No businessman, no politician have supported this movement. Under this leadership of the Directorate of State. I'm not talking about maybe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I don't know, I cannot, but I'm talking under this Directorate of State. We struggle on a daily basis, believing that Chukwu Okike Abiama if Chukwu Okike Abiama said what we are doing is wrong, we ask him to collapse this movement. That is my prayer. If God, Chukwu Okike Abiama, knows that fighting for the liberation of our people, trying to liberate our people in the hands of these colonial masters, trying to liberate our people in the hands of this Fulani oligarchy, trying to liberate our people from the hands of the Nigerian APC government, if it is wrong what we are doing, may we never see how to sustain this struggle. And for 4 years, Chukwu Okike Abiama have proved, he has proved that he is involved in this movement. He is involved. It's not that because God helps also those who help themselves. For the fact that we have sustained this struggle does not mean we don't need support to move this struggle. We know people who have used this struggle and make hell of money, make money for themselves and their family, live luxury lives while we live and destroyed our own personal businesses. ESN officers, many of them have businesses. They have shops. They have their business they were running. Because many of our people are snitching on them, they run away from their businesses collapse. They can't even take care of their own personal family problems any longer. Those who are part of IPOB are not people on the streets. These are responsible people, business traders, people who knows, because that is where the grassroots is where you know whether people are happy or they are not happy. Not all those people who come on social media to shout. Go to the grassroots, go to the market, go to the street and see whether people are happy with the life they are living in Nigeria. It's not when you call the governor go and speak on your behalf, whether you are happy or not. One pastor go and speak on your behalf, whether you are happy or not. They won't. They need them to pacify the evil going on in their government. You know, one thing our people are loud. And when they meet people who are not loud, because we found out that being loud does not mean you know it all. Being loud does not mean success. Being loud does not make you powerful. Being loud does not make you anybody. Power demonstrates its ways in different ways. It's unfortunate that most of you love people who come on social media to brag. Who are you bragging for? You're bragging for Nigerian government? Are you bragging for an international community? Who are you bragging for? Who are you doing woto woto for? For 4 years. For how many years? Some of you were shouting woto woto. Tell us your achievement. You know, sometimes people say, don't blame people. Let us move forward. Now lie. We will blame those who have caused havoc for us. Because that rubbish have sent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment. Those rubbish, if you do not blame them and if you do not punish them, they will also look for somebody else they will send to the prison. It's one after the other. Those who were supporting Eberima is already in the prison. All of them have kept silent. They jumped to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now they sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment. Now they are looking for somebody who they will use, who will come and say this and that. They will tell him right on, they send you to prison. Telling you, if you are using the same pattern when you are fighting a government or you're fighting for your freedom, you will definitely fail. You will definitely fail. You don't use your strategy twice. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came, enlighten the world, enlighten our people, educate everybody. Everybody wake up. When we get to that point, when he was renditioned, we have to change the strategy. No, some of you know, you needed somebody who will come to threaten Nigeria. You needed somebody who will bring you an audio warship. You needed somebody who will bring you, this is what you use, try to destroy Eastern Security Network. On the process, criminals now move from the north, from the west, those who ran to South Africa, who were criminals in the southeast that ran away. They were chased away from Biafra land. All of them start to return. Because people like Opus Odemma is there now. Dave Umahi is there now. They are inviting them. Oh, but what do they do for South Africa? Oh, when he them Bataba Bush, they pay. All these things was to destroy this great movement. One thing is this. Maybe in one of the videos you can see online. Every Eastern Security Network member, if you don't see it anyhow, they are highly disciplined. Not only disciplined, they are on a very serious oath not to commit crimes against our people. This is not by talking, not by swearing with Bible. No, this is a serious issue. We don't trust the Bible can do what we want. Eastern security operatives are under serious oath on the land of Biafra. They will not kill their own people. They will not steal from their own people. They should not involve in kidnapping. They should not involve in any criminal activity. They are going to volunteer to protect Biafra. Those who tried it, they are some of them themselves. Some of them hang themselves. Some of them different. If you want, let me tell you how serious Eastern Security Network is. This is to keep situation. A member of Eastern Security Network wanted to snitch on his members, on his fellow operatives. He connived with the Nigerian military and asked them to come on a certain place that he will show them where the Eastern Security Network is. He came out from the Eastern Security Network, coming to the village where the military is supposed to come. He came out in that village and he got blind. and they start shouting in the market square that he can no more see. And while the community was running, the military came, they were moving around. I'm telling you something that happened before information get to the some of the members of the we are in the camp. When did you sneak out? When did you sneak out? Where were you going? Until he confessed. That was the only way. This is how serious Eastern Security Network is. They live in the bush. And because they live in the bushes, they must be disciplined. This is Biafra land. Forget about what you don't know, you don't know. They are in forest. You know what is living in the forest. Defend, because for you, you are at home, you don't know that Fulanis have taken, they have mapped out all your forest. They have located their people, and that is how they are coming. They are first, they will be in the forest before you see encroachment to the communities, before you see encroachment to the farms, before you see the attack communities. The forest is not even enough for them. They don't feel. Some traditional rulers are giving them places inside the forest. But it's just a matter of time. They start coming towards where people are living. They leave the forest, they start coming to the farms. Before you see from the farms, they start kicking communities away. How many communities do Fulani herdsmen want to clear out? How many? They claim they have all the whole land in Nigeria. They say that Niger State is bigger than the whole Southeast. Why don't they settle in Niger State? Why not build grazing for them in Niger? Why not? Why are they coming down to the ocean? Why are they are cattle? Do they want to swim the Atlantic Ocean? Because they are coming. Most of you don't know what Eastern Security have done in Biafra land. We are not asking you to come and praise us. We are not asking you, but you know, and stop living in denial. Yes, there are, if you understand what have happened past few years, now most of you have started to understand that Eastern Security and IPOB has nothing to do with the crimes that happen in our place. And before I go into this topic, what distinguished IPOB, Eastern Security Network, from all this criminal kidnapping, because I'm going to treat that today to show you how foolish, show you how empty the Nigerian security services, how they conspired and fell, because in the international community, all this kidnapping, I will explain it here today. But before I go into that topic, I want to say happy 5th anniversary for the Eastern Security Network, men who have lived with all their life protecting Biafra land, men who have forfeited anything they want rather than to protect Biafra land, men who have stood in gap, making sure the Fulani herdsmen never take over Biafran territory, men of honor. They deserve the respect. If you happen to come across anybody who is Eastern Security Network, because you don't know them, you don't know them, and anybody who comes out to tell you an Eastern Security Network is a liar, because they are disciplined not to make themselves known. We know the challenges we have in Biafra land. Ordinary IPOB member, you know how they are being attacked. Eastern Security Network is not on social media, because the work they are doing is very, very serious, that we cannot afford to jeopardize what they are doing. Eastern Security Network has no official Twitter handle. Eastern Security Network has nobody who comes on social media and claim to be Eastern Security Commander. Whenever you see anybody telling himself I'm ESN or this thing, he's fake. None of them do that. Eastern security officers do not call anybody on phone asking to send him money. It is against the ethics. And they know if they go, they do, they are gone. They are gone. They are under oath. They can't do this. They can't use the name of this global movement to defraud people. They know it's inside the oath. They can't call you, say we're asking you to send us money. It doesn't happen. Or we come and one thing our people have failed to understand, suddenly our people forgot about all these boys who say they are Yahoo boys that they have sent, they are making cryptocurrency. They don't know this and they are into kidnapping because who is paying them? Who is paying them in Yahoo? They tell you crypto, it doesn't work. You don't know many of them are into kidnapping. Into all, it's because some of them have not been caught. They are using the format they are using to defraud people. They are using it on their own people. Somebody will call people in Kwara State and tell him at ESN, we have entered Kwara State. If you don't give us money, and the person will just start talking rubbish. ESN called me from Kwara State. They said if I don't give money, what even? How you think? Your brothers, the criminality in our place is also what I'm going to, because these criminals are the ones. Your own brother will go and call you his Eastern Security Network. If you don't give him money, he will do. Do you, even before you send them the money, they threaten you, if you don't do this, you don't do that, and you don't ask anybody. You go, you pay them. After you might have paid them, you have never supported this global movement. You have never supported IPOD. You have never in any way, after you have paid them 10 million, 5 million, after you come back and start talking, ESN called me, they asked me for 10 million, and you pay. You didn't even raise alarm. Know you quite well that if you raise alarm, the leadership of IPOD steps in. The person will run away because we will catch him. No, after you have paid him, now you call IPOB. They said ESN, they were ESN. They are carrying my car. Help me to go and return the car. Chineke bogoko. Yeah, bogoko. Because that is how you people have destroyed this global movement. That is how you people have destroyed this global movement. And you will move around with the name of Eastern Security Network. You pay them 10 million. Pay them. Where is their? How can you pay such a money in this social media world that can come out and say ESN is asking me for this amount of money, please? And you know our people will bring it to the attention of the IPOB leadership. You give us the telephone number. Tell us who is calling you. Let us go for him. You won't do that. It's after you have paid them, finish paying criminals, you turn around and say it is ESN. May help you. What I'm saying this evening is we must always respect these men who have fought to protect Biafra land. Today is their 5th anniversary, and the Nigerian government have also sent attack today. But we are more intelligent than them. They have launched attack against Eastern Security Network that doesn't cost. They are not doing it. They are chasing. The government is. One thing people have to know: when the government hear that IPOD or the Eastern Security Network have tried to dislodge a Fulani herdsmen camp, you see them immediately. Those Fulani herdsmen will report to their contacts, to those who are controlling them. Immediately, you see the government will move the military. That time they remember Forest Guard. That time they remember Bago. All of them because they hear ESN chase a Fulani. Sometimes you start to wonder their interest. Peter Mba, Chukuma Soludo. I want to tell them, when Buhari came, people People thought that Buhari will send down the heaven. We are here. We are here at Buhari came. He's down 6 feet, the ground. We have uplift all of you, and we are going to uplift all of you. Buhari came. Most of you give him support. But where is Buhari today? Down. Chukuma Soludo, you know the truth. You know everything. But you think you will leave the power. And we will remind you, like we are reminding the Nigerian, the Christian genocide. Every one of you will table your crime. It will never go away. We are coming. Now you are in power. You may think you are untouchable. But every crime, we are keeping it. Because the moment you step foot out, we come. Because the politics is that we are fighting a sitting governor. We are fighting a this. We are fighting a that. No. Some of you that we might not be able to get hold of. Why? We wait for you when you step out. Some of you that you have killed IPOB members, you have done everything today, you are becoming ambassador in another country. You are smiling. Do you know whether we have a plans for you? That country where you go in, do you know that IPOB will compile all your ills and the evil and hand it over to that country where you are going? Are you aware? Are you aware that that country you are going, you feel going? Whether you were on social media castigating the Igbo people, whether you are on social media talking evil against Igbo people, trying to demystify this movement, we will print all you have done, as you people are doing to us. We will submit it to your host country where you are going. And Makachineke, if anybody interfere in this issue, they will have problem with happy. I will come on this air and tell the person, because what our people does, by the time we are want to make this move, they will run to them. Okay, see, IPOB said they will do this thing. Give me money, let me talk to IPOB. I will come this when you make that rubbish move, and I will expose you. Because, okay, see, Azo, oh,
Mazi, Mazi, you are reconnecting what is happening. Please, we will be right back. Stay connected. I don't know. We'll be right back, please. It occurs a technical issue, not from here anyway. The call just dropped. The call just dropped, please. We will be right back. Do not forget that you are listening to the voice of Mazi Chinasa NWORU'S, today being the 12th day. The 12th day of the 12th month being December 2025. Please. We must continue. Yeah. Mazi, I don't know what happened. The call dropped. Just continue, please.
yeah, Mazi, the network cut me off.
Yes, go on, go on.
Yeah. Okay. So for those of them who have killed our people, and in one way or the other, they are going. We are not asking any IPOB member to go and fight them. We don't want you to attack any one of them when he comes to that country. No. Their record are with us. We will present it to that government. We will protest their presence in that country. We're going to protest their presence. And if anybody steps in, coming to say, oh, this, we will call you out, because time has passed when people will kill our people and they walk freely, thinking there is nothing we can do. Because one or two persons went in the back and collected money from them. And after telling us, hey, don't worry, hey, happened there. Oh, when you have me, I got my man. Mazi Chinedu, I will stop here in case you have any questions to ask me for the Eastern Security Network anniversary. You ask me before I go into the next topic, where I will differentiate the criminal happening in our place I'm going to sort that issue out so that our people will continue to understand what is happening in our place, how it started, because there is a reason. When I come on this platform, I will tell people how it started. Because we might not be here tomorrow. We want you to keep record of how it started. Nobody will tell our stories for us. Forget about anything that, but this, you are hearing it from the horses, from the leadership of IPOB, the reasons why Eastern Security Network was formed. Nobody can tell us when we were being killed on a daily basis. Imagine how many people have been killed in the Middle Belt. Who is saying something? And the one government will tell us you don't have to defend yourself. You have to wait. Wait for how long? For 10 good years. From 2009. I mean, the Benue, this massacre. Till now, they haven't said anything. Because that is what you hear from some Western countries. They tell you our laws says you don't have to, even though you are being killed, you don't have to retaliate. What rubbish! But in America, people have guns for self-defense. How? This hypocrisy is out of the blue. You don't have to respond because the government, you must only raise your. Imagine how many years they were massacring IPOB members. Peaceful protesters massacring us in the protest ground where we are praying, where we gather. Nobody was talking. The Nigerian government was not talking until some people took laws into their hands, started attacking them every day. Now they attack police stations. But when you were killing people on the street, you are the one who have the right to kill anybody. Mazi, I will leave here. Let me go into the criminal issue.
What I want you to also clarify, like you mentioned partly about it, because you know some people have been also boxing about numbers, calling them that they are ESN. It is a common thing that threatening them unless they send them some amount of money, which is a common thing. Please clarify if you receive a call like that, that, oh, we are ESN, we are calling you this and that, or some people sent us to kill you, but we decide to reveal to you, so you have to give us, if you are, we pay, you know, the type of scam. What should the person do, please?
Mazi, thank you so much for this particular question. In most cases, when they call you, sometimes they are afraid you may record their voice. But if you can record their voice, please, suddenly record their voice. Why I said record their voice, if it is somebody in the ESN, from his voice, we will search with his voice. And we will search, and when we get him, even though they don't do those things, because they know the punishment. Now, there are certain things we like to expose people, expose crime, call the people names. There are reasons we does that. You understanding me? There are reasons why we does that. Why do we do that? Is because, you know, somebody is somewhere. We don't know where he is. He may be in Lagos. He may be anywhere. They call somebody. When they call somebody, they claim they are ESN. We are not magicians. There is no way we can trace the person is in Lagos calling them. But most times when you get the voice, if you get the voice of the person, get that account, you know what we can do. If we check, we cannot get the person, we will expose his voice, friends, all of them who knows him, we say, oh, I know this guy. When he knows his voice is in the public, number one, it will deter him from those crimes. But if the person also send you a bank account with the number, I will also love the people to send it to us. Send them to us. I'm coming, Mazi. You know, if we be able to get the account number, get the telephone number of that person, we will hand it over to our intelligence unit. They start to follow the people up. Mazi, in the course of this, we realize also that policemen and soldiers, they are also into this kind of criminal activity. We have recorded somebody, the way he sounds. He's a northern. The way he sounds, the way he commands on the telephone. When the person was asking him, he told him ESN command, something brigade. He was using military terms, which shows he was using infantry, ESN infantry. He was using this word synonymous with the military. We listened to his conversation. You found out that this one guy, a criminal in the army, sitting somewhere, harassing people to give them money and tell them if you don't bring the money. And I don't think when he harassed this kind of person, maybe he wants this money to come to him. If this money did not come to him, he may use his people to go to arrest the person or to kidnap that person. Because we have got several voices of you. We found out they belong to the security circle because most times the terms they use cannot be found in ESN. Is just a normal security apparatus. We don't. The words they use are different totally because they are not military. They are not the words they use. The code they use are totally different from what the Nigerian military or the police they use. Or all these people. So in case somebody of this nature calls you, no. I know, but I'm trying to tell people, look at these voices also. Sometimes that the military and police are involved. I want them to know that they are also involved. Don't think it is the normal G boys, the Yahoo boys are doing it. Some of these people are also doing it. So the most important thing is get us the details who is calling you. We follow it up. Sometimes we can tell him, come out. If he's also a free person, he will fall in our traps. So we set all kinds of traps for them. It's a crime. And it's not that we are fully in charge of our parents. Sometimes these people are also security agents. But if we can be able to grab them on ESN on many occasions have caught many of them. But it's not something for the social media. Thank you, Mazi.
There were Mazi. Mazi, please, you can proceed to the other topic, please. There were.
Okay. Biafrans and lovers of freedom. The second topic, which is very, very important. How ITOB and ESN have been exonerated of crimes linked to insecurity in Biafra land. I will be exposing how Hopos of the Made the Tiger-based kidnapping unit, Asari Dokuba Malaysia, and various other criminal factions devastated the southeast with numerous criminal acts, and what makes ESN not complicit in the killings and kidnappings cases going on in Imo and Anambra. Biafrans, there is one important thing I want everybody, in case you have a pen and paper, I want you to look at it this way. If you found out in Biafra land, they will tell you kidnapping, 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 kidnapping. There are three types of kidnapping. I hope the police unit, the DSS, you also listen. Maybe after I have educated you all about this, tomorrow you may change tactics. But there is a need to educate our people. Because of why I want to make this education is why there are people, they go on many platforms, they are talking ignorant. Yeah, IPOB did this, IPOB did that. IPOB is a separatist movement. It's very simple. We agree. We are looking to succeed from Nigeria. Now, there is what they call criminal kidnapping. In criminal kidnapping, there are types of criminal kidnapping, like express kidnapping. Mazi, I can hear my voice back.
No, continue. I'm checking something. Go on, go on, go on. I'm trying to regulate the static. Please go on.
There is there is what they call criminal kidnapping, and they have ideology and separatist kidnapping, and also they have what they call political and state-sponsored kidnapping. These three kidnappings are three different ways. When you see this type of kidnapping, you will know what is associated with. For example, criminal kidnapping involves, there is what they call express kidnapping. These are people, especially criminal kidnapping is things that kidnapping that surrounds about making money. It is a kidnapping practice that the victim is always the commodity. The victim is always the commodity. There is the one they call express kidnapping. Express kidnapping is those kidnapping. When I'm explaining these things, you can tell me if you have experienced it in the Southeast. You know this is criminal kidnapping. This express kidnapping is a kidnapping that it is very fast. When they catch you, they get hold of your bank card. They want to take away your bank, every money, you understand me? Every money in your bank account, it lasts, criminal kidnapping lasts a couple of days or hours. Sometimes they can keep you within 4 or 5 hours. They kidnap you, they have your bank card, they will check how much you have, they clear your account and they leave you. This is express kidnapping. Also, the express kidnapping, you can also find people, they keep you 3 days, 4 days, because maybe they are withdrawing money from your account. Because of what? You have a limit in your account. For example, you may have 10 million in your account, and maybe your daily withdrawal is 2 million. So they have to keep you for 5 days to be able to withdraw all your money. This is express kidnapping. It has nothing to do with ideology and separatist kidnapping. There is what they call tiger kidnapping. These are the kind of kidnapping that they use somebody to get somebody. Maybe they want to have access in a bank. They kidnap somebody to have access inside the bank. This is called tiger kidnapping. They use you, or you are having the key to where jewelry is, gold, money is. They kidnap you to make sure you send them to that particular place. These types of kidnapping are the things happening in our place. You know, in kidnapping, criminal kidnapping, there are different groups that are always involved. You will see the kidnapping squad. You will see the guard, the people where they keep you, they giving you food until the money is paid. You will see the negotiator. Then you will see the facilitator. As I am saying these things, take note of these things. In your communities where you have been kidnapped, things that have happened to you, are they following this sequence? If they follow this sequence, that means it is criminal kidnapping. It has nothing to do with separatists. It has nothing to do with ideology kidnapping. Now, when people kidnap you, they keep you in a home waiting to be the money to be paid. They keep a guard who are looking over you. They have those who negotiate, start calling your family, bring this amount of money, bring this amount of money. They have facilitators, those who will be saying, okay, the money is ready, I will come and take it and I make sure I deliver it where it is, they will release your people. In most cases, this particular kind of kidnapping, there is always panic. And that is why most times people lose their life. The kidnapped victim lose their life because you are dealing with different sets of people. The guard, the negotiator, the facilitator, and those who have kidnapped you. Every of this squad is waiting money. Any ransom is paid. They try all their best to keep you alive because you are the commodity. That is why you see them kidnap people in our place. They sweep all their money, clear all their money. If they have cars, they say, go and bring the car. They have this thing, go and bring this property. This is criminal kidnapping. It has nothing to do with separatist kidnapping. And I will explain to you why it doesn't have anything to do with separatist kidnapping or it have anything to do with ideology kidnapping. In this particular motion, the kidnapped victim is very important for them. But what makes it very dangerous in our place is because there is a government well-known team that are involved in organ trafficking in the same our territory. When people could not pay them the ransom, because you are the commodity, for them, you are the commodity. Money must come from you. When you cannot pay, they say better to harvest your organs and get the money because they have access who they want to sell. This kind of kidnapping cases, express kidnapping, tiger kidnapping, especially this fast kidnapping, it happened in our place. That is what had happened in the Southeast. You can also find this kind of kidnapping in South America, South Africa, all this kind of the whole. This is what is happening in our place. And the Nigerian government know, but because of the hatred they have, and some of our people who look at how all these kidnapping cases have happened, especially in Imo State. They call you, bring this money, bring this money. Sometimes they are also into drugs. When you pay them, they feel you didn't pay them enough. They kill you. They sell because there are people who will buy your organ. There are people who will buy your organ. So you are the commodity. Selling of organ, is it anybody doing the business? What is people doing with human organs? Now, if you understand clearly what is criminal kidnapping, then you can now understand what is ideology or a separatist kidnapping. Ideology or separatist kidnapping, it is a type of kidnapping that involves separatist groups. Or let me assume also call it a terrorist group, like fighting on a particular subject. On most cases, money is not there, it's not the commodity. It is the message they want to keep outside. Let me give you people an example of ideology kidnapping, which is what is happening in the northern part of Nigeria by Boko Haram. And you can tell me whether those kind of things, whether it is happening in our place. Where Boko Haram will kidnap a pastor, people will negotiate that we pay you 50 million. They will say, no, we don't want the 50 million. We want to execute him on a video because they want to make a propaganda. The propaganda they will make because they are sending out a message. They are sending out an information to the government or whoever they are fighting for. In most cases, a separatist kidnapping or if IPOB was in kidnapping, throughout Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned. Is there anybody you hear IPOB kidnapped or ESN kidnapped and put him on a video making demand? If you don't release all IPOB members in the prison, we are going to execute this person. If you don't release 50 IPOB members to exchange with this person, we are going to kill you. Did any of this thing happen? Biafrans, I am asking every one of you. That is the way separatist movements, ideology movement handles kidnapping. Did IPOB at any point hold upon all the IPOB members they are adopting kidnapping? Did we even one day bring one police officer say, if you don't release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or did we catch any governor? It is easy. We can also run one governor. It is very easy. We will catch one governor and tell them, if you don't release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this is ideology and separatist type of kidnapping. Because we use anybody we kidnap to negotiate. We use anybody we kidnap to send a message to the world. If that is what IPOB have been doing, then it's a different case. But IPOB have remained non-violent. IPOB have remained peaceful in all these things that is happening. We never catch them, said we want prison exchange. Have IPOB done something like that? Just like Boko Haram and all these people used to do, they will make prison swap, release people for them in the prison, and they will release some soldiers. You see how many pastors, 600 and something pastors, you see when they kidnapped the school children, Chibok girls, they will release the Muslim girls and they will keep people like Lai Shaibu. They will keep those Christian girls. They use them to bargain. They will use the Christian girls. They say we are converting them now to Christianity, all these things, because they are sending message. This is what they call ideology or separatist kidnapping. And in this particular standard, IPOB have never carried out such. Upon all the things they have done to us, we have never kidnapped anybody and used him to negotiate for ransom. Use him to negotiate for the release of our people in the prison. We have never. It is not that we cannot. If we say today our duty is to catch one governor, to catch one senator, to catch one House of Representatives, and use him to negotiate for our people in the prisons, for our people in the distance. You know why I'm talking it now? The Nigerian government, I'm just saying it so that tomorrow, because I'm saying this thing because the coast is clear. Everybody is seeing that all the crime happening in our place are committed by the Nigerian politicians. Now you can differentiate what is criminal kidnapping and the ideology or separatist kidnapping. You can now understand the context. IPOB cannot be violent when we know Nigeria has 1,000 problems we can use to sweep them off of their ground. And that is what we are doing now. There is what they call political and state-linked kidnapping. This is the one they carried out against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is the one they are using. It is the Nigerian government, the state governments. They are the state actors, the DSS, the NIN, the police. These are political and state-linked kidnapping. And these kidnappings, they use it for a purpose. They kidnap you to intimidate you, to keep you silent, to force you to accept certain things they want. Sometimes it might lead to death because they want to silence the voice. That is political and state-linked kidnapping. And that is what the Nigerian government are the ones, you see them, all these things, all our people, they were kidnapping, all the IPOB members, they have been kidnapping. This is political and state-linked kidnapping. It is always done by the state security services and the army. They come over, they kidnap our people. That's also they kidnap people from the Middle Belt, from anywhere. So that is state political linked kidnapping. Now, if you look at all these things I have explained about kidnapping, which one do you say that IPOB have done? None. None. We have never even used the separatist ideology kidnapping. We are not in the criminal kidnapping. Neither are we in the political or state-linked kidnapping. Some people may come up, make video, if you don't release Mazi Chinasa, but they didn't kidnap anybody. But if you see it tomorrow, know that Nigerian government has started because we have come to teach them. Because the politicians, they just let them kill out of hate, kill IPOB member, carry them, commit this, we will put them in their head. But little did they know that Abacha also are going, like we are doing now in Imo State. IPOB is determined. We are going to expose everything that's happening in Imo State. And that will show you how it falls under criminal kidnapping. It has nothing to do with a separatist, what qualifies a separatist kidnapping. We have tried our best for the past 4 years to educate our people. Some of them thought they were waiting for another round of action, another round of Christmas. They were waiting to set our place on fire this Christmas when they sentenced Nnamdi Kanu. They were waiting. They don't know we have other things. We can hold them down. And we are holding them down. Be you who, unless we have not remembered you. The Christian genocide is already heating up. We are now in Imo State. When we finish Imo State, we step into another one. We make sure we hand everybody. We don't care who you are. We don't care. Suddenly, when this breeze for kidnapping, killings happen in Imo State, when we start to push for people to understand what Tiger Base is doing, suddenly, Tiger Base ran paint everywhere because they started getting the wind. Immediately, they start running, painting everywhere, cleaning everywhere, put everywhere in order, invite people, calling media people to come, and they are wasting time. The more the more they are defending themselves, the more they are seeing. Do you understand me? They are going to see, and all of them will be held responsible. They will be held responsible. I have seen this, our brother they call Okoye. He's talking. They have committed crime and present him. You see, we have marked him. He must explain tire because there are things with, unless they brought him yesterday. He don't know what, he cannot claim he don't know what is happening there. I have come on this particular platform. I screamed for more than 3 years now. I told you people that organ harvesting is going on. That is one of the things leading to much kidnapping in Imo State. I have been screening it on Radio Biafra. Drugs, organ harvest. Even there are factories in Imo State, in Owerri, manufacturing these eyes, and other dangerous drugs against they are giving out to our youth. And most of you don't care. Let me bring to the issue of Ngobwala. This Ngobwala is good, it is exposing. Because when Eastern Security, that was last year, when we send out intelligence team, they bring this report. that the military is involved in kidnapping along that Aba Owerri road, that the police is involved, Ebubago is involved, and this team from Tiger Base. Some of them at the top may claim they don't know, but they can't tell me if they are really working that they don't have information of those things. Along Aba Owerri road, there are teams that are involved. Fulani Hesmen near this guy church, what they call him Ebuko, the Zion ministry, they are also part because they are in connection with the military. The Fulani Hesmen there. Who can tell me that along that road, the military is there, the police is there, the hotel is along that road, and nobody knows that this kind of thing is going on here for many years, and we have been shouting on it on social media. Why they ran and went to expose those and start bringing press is because they were afraid. Tiger Bears become afraid. So they ran, they want to clear everything that is happening. Now, let me make something very clear. This particular mortuary, they ran first. This mortuary, they ran first and said, oh, this mortuary, I think most of you might have seen the signboard. This mortuary, the original owner of that mortuary is called Engineer Ugude. He's from Omakashi, Nori, in Ngokwala local government, Imo State. Nori is a community in Ngokwala. Nori is a community. This Engineer Ugude has that mortuary where you see. But that mortuary was rented from him by this guy they call Morocco. They call that guy Morocco. Morocco in the whole of Ngokwala. Who don't know him? Who don't know Morocco? The whole of Ngokwala, they knew him as the commander for Hope Uzodimma Ebubago. That Morocco, that the police say he's on the run. Where, running where? Where is Morocco? Morocco is there. They kept him. It's just because the business had flopped. In that JC hotel, the military, the Ebubago, Tiger Base, the police, all of them, when they kidnap somebody, first along that road or anywhere they pick you, first they bring you to that hotel. That is where the military used to be there. The police used to be there. That is where they bring in every kidnapped victim along that road. That's why sometimes they say Fulani people kidnap. If you are looking in the bush, no, they bring him to that hotel. In that hotel is where they start negotiation. They will know whether they are sending a base, whether the money they got in that hotel is enough to release you to go, or they know whether they will kill you, they will send you to the mortuary where your organs will be harvested. I have been shouting on this platform about the hotels being used in kidnapping and organ harvesting. How many people say we deny that? If you listen to Radio Biafra, I have told you that organ harvesting is going on in Imo State, in hotels and every places. Some people, the parts of the organs they will take, some of them will take it in the hotel first, before they send the remaining body to that place, to the mortuary. And I feel very disappointed when I saw the medical team that went to that particular place. They went to that particular place and about that they saw bodies, mutilated bodies. You know, when they use some of this language is to convince you or to deceive you. Mutilated bodies in a way it looks like something, you know, in a careless way. No, instead for him to say organ harvesting, because this is a mortuary. Organ harvesting is a removal of human organs for transplantation, for transplant. They want to transplant it. That is what they harvested. Everybody know that there are they have some legal right. I think the law they put so they can be harvested in Africa. And another organ vesting is illegal by criminal activities. And they are the one doing this thing in the state. When Court General, there were also some people involved in that organ harvesting court. Through that is like, but they keep it silent. Because of they come out bringing press. Are they deceiving? You brought in people when you have cleaned up everywhere, remove people, people that you have been parading on social media as criminals. And I want everybody, since Tiger Base is claiming, there are pictures Tiger Base have released in the social media. They have published through the media newspaper. Find them. You will find people that they will parade, call them IPOB members. Let us go and ask them if these people are still alive in their hands. This is a very simple thing to do. Get the pictures. Because for 4 years, they have been publishing people's names, pictures, as IPOB members. Let us take these pictures. The press people who have been asking questions, those people they bought, let us take those pictures. Call the pressmen. You tell them you paraded these people on so dates, that they are IPOB members. You paraded them. Let us check how many people are still alive from that picture. Let us ask them this question. It's a very simple question. You paraded 20 people here. Can you confirm that these 20 people are still alive? You didn't kill them in your premises and harvest their organs? And can Tiger Base defend this? Now, this Morocco is the owner of the hotel. And this Morocco, his case has been coming from Ungokwala. Because what he was doing was, he will come inside the community. He will come and arrest few youth from that place, go and detain them. Then, community, for you to bring these people out, you have to pay 5 million. He will arrest his own people. In Ngokwala, he will arrest. He will go and hand it over. Then he come back to the community, ask the community, you need 5 million. You give me 7 million. You give me 8 million so that I can go and because they are in the Tiger Base. This is what Morocco has been doing. Morocco has been doing this thing for years. He is Hope Uzodimma, a Bubago commander in Ngokwala. Who doesn't know him? These things we are saying here is for people to understand the level of criminality going on. Morocco, for some of you who don't know, Morocco himself, he is from Umu. All the Ngokwala people who know him. These people are not IPOB. These are people committing crimes in their community. Their communities are very scared of them because they are working with Hope Uzodimma. Because they are working under instruction of a Tiger Base. If you speak, they come and pick you. They will tell you, we will sell you. And they will tell you in your face. Morocco is from Umu. Umu is a community also in Ngokwala. Umu. That is where he's from. While we are mentioning the places they come from, is so that not tomorrow, somebody will say, I don't know whether these people are from the same community. Their people knows them. They know them very, very well. They know what they are doing. But who will speak? Last year, Eastern Security Network wanted to enter that particular community. There is one man they call, I will release this audio. I can release this audio. There is no, I can release so that people will understand what I'm talking about. Because this guy continue, when we talk about how ESN will enter Ngokwala, because of those Fulanis that are there, he sent out an audio message He sent out an audio message because he is working with Morocco. I don't know whether he's a PG or what in Ngopwala. These are all their teams involved in organ harvesting, kidnapping. They are all getting shares. He sent an audio message telling Ngopwala, don't allow ESN to come in here. Don't allow. This is when we have gathered information about all the atrocities last year. That's why I say if some community want us to enter, we can push ourselves inside some community. We don't want where we say we are going to chase criminal with problem with the community or start shooting, because some of the communities are being used to harbor criminals. Purpose of the government. And at the end of the day, this audio was circulated. And I will go back to my archives, and I'm sure I will bring out this audio, and it will be played. I will put it, I will send it out there, people to. He was opposing ESN. We realized something, that the military along that road protects the Fulani herdsmen. Sometimes they come in the evening. If you see most of these kidnappers, you know, their guns, if you see their AK-47, you see they are headless. Most of you don't understand this. Most of the AK-47, they are headless because it is the intent. Most of them are making it headless is that it cannot be tracked. So they will remove the head, the 7 or their guns. So that is where the military number is written. Even the police, that is where the number of the rifle is written. They remove the head because they hand it over to Fulani headsmen who use it to commit. So why they are not leaving the head is because in case they are caught, in case they are killed, the guns it will be very, very difficult to trace who was having it. Then see them now, they may want to attack also because they have to return for the office in that morning. They need to account for the rifle in case anything happens. Sometimes they claim they were attacked and they lost the gun. But maybe they send it to those Fulanis. They will come and operate that early morning, evening time. The military will be there. They give them. They will pack there. That operation will happen. It will happen. Today, why I am focusing on Morocco, I have not come to tell or the or Andogu, Mozambique. These are another syndicate, criminal entities set up by Opos or the man. Time will come. Forget on social media. We compile their reports. As long as IPOB remain, it's a government, it's an institution. We will keep the record for our people, even if we are not there. You see this guy, he must be persecuted because of the crimes they committed, the championing lies, blackmail against IPOB because they want to impress somebody, because they have been giving money. They are making money from communities in the name that they are fighting IPOB. They commit all kinds of crimes. They threaten people in their communities because they tell them we are fighting IPOB. We are fighting Nnamdi Kanu. Morocco. I know why I'm on Morocco. I will come on a tell or the mail when the time comes. And I will come on Oku Mozambique when the time comes. They should know. They will take us like slaves. That's simple. Just to buy it. Yeah. Yeah, high BP. Check all of them who have fought IPA. Who? That's why when I see some people coming to attack this global institution, what they are talking can discredit IPA. They thought that what they are saying in their bedroom will wipe out the achievements of indigenous people of Biafra for the past decade. It's impossible. Impossible. And people at home, on the street, we say impossible. Biafrans, I want you people to ask the tiger base. You came to a mortuary where people, body organs were harvested and everything. In less than 24 hours, you have gotten authorization to demolish it, bury people, mass burial. And you just said, from go to Ngwakwala, ask them, is there any one of them who is keeping body in that place? That is what. Now, many of you will understand why IPOB was canvassing against so much mortuaries in Biafra land. Every Dick and Tom is given license to have a mortuary. And I am saying this thing so that the governors will take care of this thing. I am saying it, let it be a wake-up call also for the Southeast governors, because they have constitutional right to do certain things. Alex Soti, Soludo, Peter Mba, all of you, you must take record of what is happening in all these mortuaries scattered all over Biafra land. Who is giving people license? We knew that mortuary is supposed to be in the hospitals, controlled by hospitals, not individuals. An engineer is handling a mortuary, rented it to a criminal like Morocco. How do you checkmate all these things? People are missing on every day. The governor, they send a team, saw organs were harvested from this. The doctor is telling us mutilated bodies. Because you don't want to say organ harvested. Most of their organs are not there. They have harvested their organs. And within 24 hours, Pope have sent already to go. That is a crime site. A crime scene. I mean, no investigation, no recognition of the people they have harvested their organs, because they're supposed to take pictures of all their faces, those who they are listening, and they publish and ask if families. They can also take their pictures, keep it in their faces, and tell people, come to this place to see if you can identify anybody who is your family member. There are many people who are missing their family members along that Abowere road. Travelers, commuters that have disappeared along that way, kidnapped by the Fulani herdsmen, the Nigerian police, or by the soldier, Ebubago. I have told you, and they know what I'm saying. In that hotel that they went, that is where all of them used to gather. Do you look at the building of that hotel? Does it look like a hotel? Is the structure of that place looks like a hotel? Who built hotels like his own personal home? Looking at that building, does it in any way qualify to be a hotel? Anybody can just come out, take signboard, put, oh, no, hotel. Now they have knocked down the hotel. Why they are leaving his building? They will not knock down his building. Is it not proceeds from kidnapping and organ harvesting? They left his own building because they keep him somewhere. The Morocco is a free man. They put him in one boys' quarters apartment under the instruction of Hope Uzodinma. Because if they bring out Morocco tomorrow, tell Morocco to talk, you will see what will happen. You will see people he will involve. You will see people that will call their names. That is what is happening in our place. And in less than 24 hours, Hope have sent in people. They have gone there, destroyed the hotel, destroyed the morgue, bury people, mass burial, just like that. Just like that, because they are covering crime. Just because Tiger Base is being poked, is being exposed from their crime. They are running around trying to close up everywhere. But does it end in that place? If they are serious, Tiger Base, like as one of our brothers said, he said, let them dig, let them bring in international forensic distance, let them scan that their compound. Let them go to this hotel they have destroyed and scan that place. Let them go to the mortuary and scan the surrounding of that mortuary. We see thousands of skeletons, bodies that they have buried. If our people are serious, if they are not having proceeds from the crime, let the Imo State government grant international organization to come there for forensic test. And the world will marvel. The number of people, the number of dead bodies buried both in that hotel, buried in the mortuary, surroundings of that mortuary. They know what they are doing. They know. They start parading people who go to robbery. They get to parading people wearing them uniform. When did they start wearing suspected criminals uniform? They used to parade them in media, the newspapers naked. Naked. Suddenly they have got clothes and wear them new clothes because they want God. I've forgotten the story of Otoko. In the States, sometimes you look at their track record. Imo State has become sent for organ harvesting. Everybody should do that. Imo State. Is sent for God every time.
Are here live and direct. I think there is also a connectivity problem, but we must continue, please. We must continue. And you are hearing the voice of Mazi Chinasa Nworu, today being the 12th day of December 2025. And we are here live and direct on Radio Biafra London House of Service. Please stay tuned. Stay tuned, because we must continue. Mazi Nasa, please. Mazi Nasa, please continue, please.
Okay, Mas, thank you so much. Sorry for that's a network problem and it's unavoidable. So what I'm trying to explain here is the level of criminality that had happened for these past 6 years. Hope Uzodinma took power in Imo State through the Supreme Court judgment. Imo State has not witnessed peace, not witnessed peace since Hope Uzodinma took over power. And this is what we understand, the level of criminality going on in the state. Our people don't investigate. Just when the newspapers run out to say, oh, it's IPOB, they all running. And now, look at what is happening in Imo State. How many of the media houses are defending those things happening in Imo State? How many? They feel ashamed of themselves. They can't even report. Look at all those people who are all the media people they are calling to report. How many of them on news in Nigeria? How many of them? It's only on social media when they just push it. So many Nigerian newspaper. Why is Nation newspaper that carries everything back SIPO is not publishing those things? Why? Why is he finding it so difficult in publishing them? Why? Why are they finding it so difficult in publishing? So these are the problems. These are the things that we are talking about, the criminality in Imo State. This criminality they have used to try to scare our people away. Watch out what has happened of recent. And these things happen, they encourage people don't go. They say it because they wanted to reinvent a new way of kidnapping in the southeast after the killing and the sentence of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. They wanted to set in a new wave of crime in our place. Then, when they see it's not working, the Christian genocide surfaces, they wanted us to lose attention on that side without continuing to expose the crimes that they are doing. And we have said it. Our people should understand how things are moving. Not how you are working with strategy. While the pressure is coming, suddenly, can you be proud of what is happening in Nigeria? How many of you Nigerian support yet anchor? You can imagine when the president is a drug baron, some of the governors are all illegal things involved. Most of you asking, oh, our Nigerian Air Force, this thing is being held in Burkina Faso. Have you made investigation? Maybe that Navy aircraft, or that Navy aircraft that is carrying only 11 people. It is an aircraft that carries 128 people. Maz, is my voice still coming out?
Yes, go on, Mazi. Yes, go on. It is. Go on.
Okay. Okay. The Nigerian Air Force jet that was being in Burkina Faso, have you? We have it's been arms to the terrorists in Burkina Faso. You think everybody, Nigeria think everybody is fool, everybody is a fool. Maybe the flight is also carrying drugs. After all, that is what the French government has been doing. They know that French aircraft cannot enter Burkina Faso. They will shoot it down. The alliance states will shoot it down. They use the Nigerian Air Force. And tomorrow, Nigeria wants Nigerians to be sympathetic. Oh, Burkina Faso, look at your super tanker on one side. America is holding it for drugs and illegal distance. And another side in Sahel, they are holding your aircraft. I am very, very sure if they report, if the alliance states release the report, at the end of the day, you will find out that it was in their space to supply arms and ammunition to the terrorists that are fighting because they are doing it in Nigeria. Who cares? Who is asking them any question? They thought they can. I am very, very sure it is carrying arms and ammunition and drugs. Reports will come out. Because these are the shame many of you supposed to talk about is IPOB. I used to pity some people. They come on social media. They don't ask themselves questions. You ask yourself a question. You say, people have fought this IPO for over a decade. What have we achieved? Ask yourself. Just like some people will be fighting, they want to fight Chinasa NWORU'S. You know, it's just like also when MAZI Nnamdi Kanu was there, out of hate, some people were fighting MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Personally, use it against IPOB. That is exactly what is happening now. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is not a way. They turn around because they will look for somebody. They don't know the more they try to hate you, to bring you down, they are making people to love you more. They are making people to believe in you more. And that's why I said it's not every insult that deserves your energy. It's not every battle you fight. Ask yourself, look at all people IPOB have defeated in this battle. I used to talk to the IPOB media. Mazi Chinasasa, you can bear me witness. I told them, I don't believe this leadership. We don't believe when you say something, oh, people say, find you and kill you. What? No, this leadership don't believe it. Mazi Chinasasa, you can bear me witness for that. You can bear me witness. Tell them, we have the capacity. We have the capacity to destroy anybody. He speak, we have the truth. We will give it to him, word by word, and you see that person fizzle out. Because in Nigeria is a country of full of evils, corruption. I told them, I do not believe. This leadership does not believe. If you tell us like this, they say, no, that is a primitive mentality. Primitive mentality. You said we do you this, you accuse IPOB this, come out and give your evidence. Come out. Say it to the world. Some people, I pity them. Because some people go, they will go, they say they visit Nnamdi Kanu, they give them some things, they start walking, they feel they are walking on the sea. They told them, they gang up where they gang up, they told them, you see Chinasa Nworu, make sure you destroy Chinasa Nworu. Do you think, you feel you can do this job? He said, yes, I can. You said Chinasa Nworu, make sure you destroy him, go there. That is why you see them, they are looking for things to attack Chinasa Nworu. They go up. He said they make mockery of themselves. I am not coming here. I will never tell you that I am a very good person, but my record will speak. I will not tell you I am trying to be disciplined and maintain I am not going to tell you. My record will speak. And all these people speaking, these are people who come to this struggle from the time we know them. For the past decade, we know them. They have been feeding in IPOB. Their house rent paid in IPOB. Their family, sometimes food, pay from IPOB. They cannot in their life put data from their own money to speak for IPOB if you don't give them the money. These are the kind of people want us to spend our energy. When countries are asking the leadership of IPOB, we are seeing what is happening. We see the detention of your leaders. How do we go about it? The sentencing is injustice method to you people. It is not accepted. People are looking for Chinasa Nworu to go and attack somebody for them. Then what are you doing on your own platform? You go and cause problem. You go and they start your own issue. You are waiting for Chinasa Nworu. Chinasa Nworu, go and attack this person. If you are not attacking this person, you hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are an idiot, and your emotional blackmail doesn't work. I have defended this struggle for over a decade. I have defended Mazi Nnamdi Kanu over a decade. Any persecution I am going through today, it is because of my defense for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the fools and idiots are coming on social media to Chinasa Nworu. You go, you dupe people, you defraud people. When they expose you, you are looking for people to come and defend you. You do things that we don't know about. You want me to come and defend. I will defend the Biafra struggle. And I will defend the one I'm supposed to defend. Anything I have to defend to keep the struggle alive, I will defend it. And I know I will also defend Mazi Nnamdi Kanu anywhere that I found, as long as it is not gossip, things that makes no meaning. To defend the integrity of this struggle, it is my responsibility. It is my responsibility and the responsibility of every member of these indigenous people of Biafra. But you defend what you know. You don't defend what you don't know. And we have to correct this motion. Anybody come out from anywhere, he tell you this person is the enemy of Biafra. Investigate first before you start. Because sometimes I have realized that people go and entangle themselves with things that have nothing to do with IPOB. They do their illegal business. They do something that have nothing to do with IPOB. When it boomerang against them, they run to IPOB looking for IPOB to come and speak. All of you have to know this. That is why we say IPOB member. Most of you who contributed in the agricultural program, I think there is a department for agriculture. HOD is there, and all the people involved. I think there was a country we are talking to, they asked about all these things, and I think record, everything was clear given to them. You see some of these people, why do we know how evil they are? Because when I see some of the things they are saying on social media, I remember how they put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu problem. And some people went to jail because of that. It is what where is our transmitter? You thought that when they were shouting, where is our transmitter, that they have something good. Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came on social media and unveiled the transmitter to prove to them that the transmitter is there. What is the end? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu arrested. 3 or 4 people went to jail, spent over almost 3 years. And the case, if you look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case, it is one of the things that they charge for that. They come out, things they don't know about, they don't have anything to do with it. They don't, what they are talking is far from it. Involved to steal from. They thought everybody's a criminal like them. Knew that IPOB engaged on other program. The criminals are looking. They are going to look for where IPOB farms are so they can take people and go and harvest it in the back. That is what these criminals are planning. They heard that IPOB farm. And all they are doing is they are looking for where the farm is because they are making plans to take people to go and harvest the crops in that farm. And let them try it. Let them try it. That is why you see them jumping around on social media thinking we will come to give them clue. Agri projects that people invested in, bring money to put. Their plan, evil plan, is to go in the back, take people to go and harvest those things. Back on because all they have gone in the match, and none of them can swear that if Chinasa want to really look for you, that I will not look for you. That when he hates those things, I believe that what we are doing for this movement, it is for our people. It is for what we are doing. You ask them, what did Chinasa do to you? They have nothing to say. And they don't know, the more they are talking about Chinasa, they are depreciating. And at a point in this struggle, I have realized, because this struggle has to take over a decade. Won't I learn? If I don't learn, then why am I here? They said experience is the best teacher. So Biafrans, while we're talking about criminals in our place, we have also criminals in IPOD, fraudsters inside IPOD. They, in their life, that is what they specialize in. They defraud their fellow IPOD members. And I think that is, we are going to put up an oath for this one now. Those who inside IPOB, they defrauding their fellow IPOB members. I think it's time we have to go to that. Because you can't come to Chinasa with you are EC. You run to another person in Europe, you tell him, oh, you told me. You collect money. You run to America, you collect the same money. This is, you are frauding your IPOB members. That's what they don't know in you is the gene of a fraudster. And you come out, you speak, and you want me, you think you can control because you on social media and attack me and blackmail me, you think it's going to solve any problem. It will not solve anything. I have told you, if you don't know, go and ask about me. I'm a guy of self-accountability, deep-rooted in morality, irrespective of anything. It is better all of us, we respect ourselves in this struggle. We have passed a law for the past 4 years. Now that we are trying to reshape and put this struggle in order, they should respect themselves. We have gotten enough, and this is not the time for that. You look to get their blueprints, get their relationship with diplomatic because you are who? Documents we use in our mission, you are asking us to release it to you. Is it not a fool that we release it to you? If you want, you have something that we help this movement to grow. Engage the IPOB leadership officially. And I'm saying to all IPOB members worldwide, the time passed that people I need this document. You think you know Mazi or you call him and tell him, give me this particular document. No. If any institution want anything, we are not no more in that stage. Don't use our personal relationship and on someone to do that. If person, anybody, any group wants documents from IPO, direct them to send an email. The email will be looked in. If there is a need, have a discussion with the person, or you want to have a word with the leadership of IPOB, that is what we are talking about. You don't just run and take a program and give. Somebody, we don't know. Everywhere now we are requesting to give us their blueprint. What do you want to do with our blueprint? Not that they want it and counter and start devising a means to counter and damage the work IPOB leadership have been doing. Therefore, if you're an IPOB member, some people request certain things to you. Stop. Name this document. Give me this document. Ask him. Give him an email. Let him send a request to the Directorate of State. They will look into it. If the person or what they want to do with that document. If they want to have engagement with IPOB, we don't have to release documents. Which government? Which government? Which company? Ordinary. You go through your cost already as a project we have run for over 10 years. They just want us to hand you over a document. Nigerian government, tell us the territory. Where else the distance? Tell us all these places. Your international relations, your diplomatic contacts. What rubbish are you talking about? Must learn there are criminals also inside us. We cannot deny that fact. We leave this particular topic so that we can go to the last topic. I know we have taken a lot of time, but we have to address.
which is still IPOB. Oh, what do you think about the timing? The timing. Is it something that is a time that they have done their job, and this time being the last phase of Hope Uzodinma's tenure in office? Maybe he don't want. Maybe he don't want any new governor to come and discover all the mess, all the fields. So he has to clean off everything.
Of course.
Yes. So please, if you can elaborate a little bit on it, please.
Yeah, Mazi, your assertion is in order. You know, since we found out, since the issue of this Christian genocide intensified, okay, and they found out America is coming in, they are very serious over these issues. They have put up some claims against IPOB. The report about blood flowing in the East is there. They met it also in America. the report about put out their report. We put out our reports then. I think there was a video you were playing, an audio. It was from an African. It's a French news line about ESN. Why ESN was formed. People are getting the story more clear. If you go to Sahel, people are getting the story coming very clear. Go to many places that what was happening in this part of the world. Now people understand. And people will begin to ask questions. And Mazi, you know the politician today, who can believe that Balami will be in detention, irrespective Chris in detention, irrespective of anything. You know, when they are in power, they feel untouchable. They forgot that when they step out from power, that anything can happen. They can be picked up. For example, on Monday, as there is a coalition of human rights groups. They are releasing damning report against Tiger Base. The crimes of Tiger Base. These ones we are just talking is the one happening on social media. The coalition for human rights groups, I think they are releasing a damning report specifically for Tiger Base. People who have given evidence, out of fear they cannot talk. And if you go to social media, you see all these things happening. So they are trying to clean up their mess, thinking that is where it will end. But it's not going to end there. And Hope Uzodinma is trying also to clean up the mess, because as soon as he leaves the government house, you never know who will take over. Irrespective of anybody, he will replace him there. They will come for him. They will come for him, definitely. Definitely.
Ndewo Mazi. Ndewo Mazi. Thank you very much. And please, you can now enter into the last phase. Please. Go on, please.
Okay, Mazi. Biafrans and lovers, we have come to the last topic. Biafrans, I want everybody to understand why Nigeria should hasten for the United Nations supervised referendum so that those who are tired to be part of the contraction called Nigeria can go their way. I see people, some of arguments people do make already. They say you elect people. When you elect people, let them go there, change the constitution. In the Nigerian constitution, there is nothing. You know, when I look at the stupidity of our people who are saying those kind of things, it's really surprising that in the constitution you cannot. Who are we voting in? Can you tell me one person we have voted in from the southeast? He goes there and speaks for you. At least I have got the opportunity to hear from some of those who claim they are in the Senate or claim to be in the House of Rep. They can't talk about Biafra. It is against the oath they took to be in office. That is one thing people don't understand. When people ask us, vote people to go there, the number one point is the person you are talking about is somebody under the Nigerian oath to keep Nigeria, because the moment you are voting there, you are now under the Nigerian law. You have voted to be to all your allegiance to one Nigeria. And the same thing you want us to vote is the person you are asking us to go, let him speak for Biafra independence. That means you are not ready. You are living in denial. We have what they call, you can seek self-determination and autonomy as a people. It is in Article 1 and 20 of the African Charter of Human Rights and People's Rights. It is ratified by Nigeria in 1983. Those who are saying the Nigerian constitution, if already Nigeria have domesticated that from Article 1 and 20 of African Charter on Human Rights and People's Rights, ratified, included, they put it in their own of 1983 at CAP A9, Laws of Federation of Nigeria, 2004. It is domesticated in that particular article, the Law of the Federation of Nigeria. So what else are you asking us to go to look for? What else? And I want everybody to, if you have a pen, write it down, because it is time we go to those people's platforms to educate them. Go there and educate them. That particular quotation they are looking in for the Nigerian constitution, that it is there. It is domesticated in 1983 at CAP A9, Laws of Federation of Nigeria, 2004. The Article 1 and 20 of African Charter on Human Rights and People's Rights. It is ratified. Nigeria ratified it and domesticated that in their law. The Federal Law of Federation of Nigeria, 2004. It is there. So if it is there, how can somebody be asking us in the Constitution there is nothing? The people have the right to ask for a self-determination. Somebody will say, not every Igbo. We have come. And that is why we are asking for a referendum. On that day, you come out and vote that you want to be a Nigerian. Others will vote that they want a separate Biafra. It is as simple as that. I want to tell our people something. It is time we start to think. Sometimes our people are making the mistake. Igbo nation, Igbo nation. Let me tell you, there is nothing like Igbo nation. If you look for an Igbo nation, you will never get it. Not today, not tomorrow. Because the people holding you, the world will not create a country, especially in Africa, where it is only one tribe. A people like these Igbo people, very loud, very making noise everywhere, there must always be a balance. Tomorrow they may decide to divide Nigeria. Some people from the Middle Belt will say we want to be part of that region. and we want, maybe we don't want to be Biafra, or like, but we want to be part of this country. You must learn to think. Igbo, everything Igbo. What have the Igbo done for you? I know some of you are economical. Igbo, when you are shouting too much, Igbo, are you the only tribe in Nigeria? Let us ask this question. Igbo, you can't build a nation, only you. The nation we need is all that people in the same way. We don't want to build only a nation. These places they divide. You call. No, that is not the country we want. Because the way I have seen of it and the way we are projecting this Igbo, IPOB is not pushing for an Igbo nation. Let us make it very clear. And can never be in support of an Igbo nation only. No. We look for a development for all our region. That is what IPOB is for. Because Igbo nation, only Igbo. Only Igbo. It will not be. Because there are other people, even though they don't speak the same Igbo language, we have the same as a root. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have made this thing very clear. In the 14, when they asked him about the boundaries of Biafra, he made it very clear. We have people in Edo, we have people in Kogi. He mapped it out. All those places, the women wear 2 wrappers down to the Atlantic Ocean. Those who are talking about Igbo, Sepa, Igbo, Asige, IPOB is not interested in an Igbo nation. I have to make it very clear. That is why when we are seeking for a referendum, we are seeking for all the people in the former Eastern region. Any other people who decided to join us, maybe because of the Christian genocide that is happening, maybe people will have the same value because the Christians from the Middle Belt, they want to join as a confederation, they are welcome. We need a bigger nation. While we are fighting this, we must always be strategic. And the way and manner our people are talking about Igbo, Igbo, I don't think it's right. They are trying to use it to dilute the struggle we are fighting for. If you don't understand it, they are using the Igbo, they are using it to dilute the country we are looking for. Trying to make it to be a tribal, it will be a tribal country. And that is not what IPOB stands for. That's not what IPOB stands for. We know our people. We know the people we come from the same ancestral roots. We know our territories. We know when we were divided and scattered and shared all over. We know. The histories are there. And that is why we continue to seek for a referendum that the world should listen to our indigenous people of Biafra. Indigenous people of Biafra led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even though they sentenced him, we don't believe because the judgment is an injustice meted to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody has to know that. Irrespective of anything, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu purpose and why he led this global movement is for the freedom of his people. Along the line, people have come in trying to use his name out of greed and the cost crimes that is now heaped on him. And they have all disappeared, telling us, let us come and put together. If you know, the worst things you hear from stupid individuals, people who come and tell you, if the DEC cannot bring everybody together, they should resign. If they cannot, I look at them. I said, who are these people? People who have fought at every point in time, they have tried to destroy this movement. And if you leave it for them, they cannot do anything. They cannot. They cannot. We know their capacity. Before they come to lead this movement. Ask them the time they will use to champion. When somebody is asking you, we come and bring together. Ask him, what are you doing? Show activities you are doing that will help IPOB to even look your own direction. No, you think you can blackmail IPOB to submission? You think you can blackmail some of us to submission? If now you have nothing to offer IPOB for us to march towards self-determination, there is no need for you to be disturbing yourself. There is no need. We don't need it. Because the last thing I will do, Mazi Chinasa NWORU'S, is to come to Facebook because people are looking up to us. We are engaging countries that we are being known. They follow you on social media and suddenly they will see you writing nonsense. Does that make sense? Some former head of state, top government officials follow you on Twitter, follow you, they post your having, and you will go on social media and start talking rubbish with some hungry individuals that don't know even what they are here for. You can only see them when you talk about money or women or anybody to defraud. That's the only time you see them. All we are doing is for the restoration of Biafra. Anybody who can bring ideas, strategies, not come here to take the ones we have, to go to use it to defraud people. No. Bring idea. If it is, when you bring it, not just to talk, don't steal people's idea and come and drop on the table. And you if they ask you to carry out, you cannot do it. We need people. If you said we can do this thing, you fund it with us. This is the only way we can move forward. The world is looking at us, and it is time our word should be our bond. Whatever we should remain. That is what you are dealing with people. You are not dealing with your fellow brothers in the market. And I'm asking our people, it is time everybody will pick up the issue of our self-determination. We must pressurize Nigeria, pressurize every other person in Nigeria to understand that we have to go our separate ways. There are reasons why we should go our separate ways. There are historical grievances. There are economic manipulations and marginalization, ethnic and religious crisis for ages. And there is no sign in place that we can ever live in peace with those whom we are trapped in the same location. We have seen what is happening in the north, the Sultanate of Sokoto trying to paint words. They want Sharia. We are not against them having their Sharia. They can have their Sharia, but be in their own country. We don't want to live with the Sharia law. We know who we are. They have been gradually imposing this Sharia on people. Now the Sultan of Sokoto is saying you don't have to bet Nigerians. No, everybody knows that Christians, all these beers they are destroying in Kanu by Hizbah, are they not businesses of Christians? Is it not in the same Sokoto that they stoned this young lady? It's a Christian. She was stoned. What did Sadwana of Sokoto do? Is it not in all those places that people have been beheaded? People have been stoned to death? Christians? And he's telling us you don't need to live under the Sharia law. We are not against the not having their Sharia law. If they want to live as a Sharia nation, fine and good. We wish them well. But for we Biafrans, we are not going to live under Sharia. It is incompatible with the way of our life. It's incompatible with the way we live our spirituality and our faith, coupled with historical grievances from the Biafran Civil War till date. This is something every one of us, if you want freedom, you must join this battle. If you want freedom for your people, you must join and support indigenous people of Biafra. If we go back years back, how it started when locks our account, pulls our post down, spend us, we never on this. When IPO cards they can cover 2-point-something billion. You know what it is. If we have come here to, most of us, many of you know the time most of us joined Facebook. You know activity on social media. If we want to use it to make money, we can. But we didn't used to see people when they have 1 million views of it. Some of us are having over 30 million, maybe 8 days, 30 million. And continuing upon our Facebooks are restricted. 30 million in 20 days. So many you are updated. We have a wide coverage, and this is what the world is hearing, what we are doing. It is not up to shout water. Finally, I want to remind every one of you that the imprisonment of Nnamdi Kanu should not in any way deter any one of us not to support this movement. We have to know that in a positive energy, it's supposed we use it in our own advantage. How? We make us to become more. How do we use this the jail sentence for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and push the Biafra struggle and its freedom to the world? We need people to join. Imagine in the whole Biafra land, you know, so it's difficult for you to sing when South Africa was fighting, singing musicians in South Africa. Musicians that have remained, their names have become, it's already immortal. They all came when Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, all these enduring freedom. But in Biafra land, many of you are so scared to the marrow that you can't be boldly sing for Biafra. And thanks to social media, because it is like they said, if you felt seek for his freedom and freedom for Biafra. And I want to encourage every IPO member and all the lovers of freedom. And I'm more for our people to know something. The day we announced this sit at home, the land of Biafra accepted that order. Our people wholeheartedly accepted that order. That is why you're supposed to know that there is something behind this movement. Most of you don't know. The leadership of IPOB had a series of meetings, made strong consultation before that sit at home was announced. And we were very, very sure the way Chukwuka Diama also revealed it to us that that sit at home will be an instrument that cannot be destroyed until you get what you are looking for. But enemies step in. With all the things they did, people are still sitting at home. Is that not telling you something? Imagine if we come out again to reactivate it, to say peacefully, continue to sit at home. You people know what will happen. Because these are the voice of the dead speaking, not the voice of the people. Upon all the crimes, upon all the whole thing they have done, they have committed crimes in the name of sitting at home. They have done everything to make sure sit at home is a civil disobedience. When we announce it, to make sure that Mazi Kanu was brought to court. The enemies came. Those people greedy for money. They want to trade everything. IPOB enact any law, any assignment IPOB bring up, they will trade it for money. They came up, start to attack the sit at home. We obey Mazi Kanu. We agree, and we know within ourselves that catastrophe has come. They use it. The same people who disobeyed, they don't want the sit at home, went back and start supporting who was doing the sit at home. Give him all the support. Tell people, bring him boy. Tell him continue doing what you are doing. They tell you continue. But when you name today, this is 1 year. Have they sit at home stopped? Many places are still not doing anything. For the love of our people. Because it will only take us at one broadcast again. Like as they sentence Mazi Kanu, it will take one broadcast. Biafra land will sit again. But you don't use your strategy twice because the enemies have tampered it. But why I'm saying this thing for you people to know that the sit at home was spiritual, that the enemies came to destroy it. But even though the enemies have been wiped out, our people are still voluntarily staying at home. Monday has become a day they are not ready to trade for anything. And if care is not taken, the only time that particular order will cease to exist is only when we restore Biafra. I'm telling you the fact. I'm telling you the fact. As long as Mazi Kanu remain in detention, we need one pronouncement. And you see everything turn around. Anybody cannot come and make the pronouncement. The people who has the mantle to lead this struggle, if they agree, it goes into effect. Mazi Chinedu, I will stop here. I remember Mazi Chinasa Nworu. Mazi Chinasa Nworu served the indigenous people of Biafra as a member of the directorate, and I come from Obingwa. Obingwa is an Aba province. And there were no more Chineke.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name is Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from our low province of Biafra land, and we are